and then I'm actually actively afraid to read this question to Mel. Chris tweets at us, if the Titans get a top 5 pick, should they move on from Will Levis and draft another quarterback?
Now, I'm not going to go too crazy on this, but I will say this. I hear people, and I drive around and on Vinny's show with Vinny and Haney here in Baltimore, and people are just killing Will Levis. They're saying he's terrible, that quarterback. If it wasn't for him, they'd have beaten the Jets. Did you watch that Jet game, Greeny? You watched it. He made one bad play when he tried to flip the ball to Spears. Outside of that, did he not throw a ball to Burks that could have been caught down the field that was intercepted by Eccles, went through his hands? Did you see the play, the deep throw, the deep shot to Calvin Ridley through his hands? Did you see the touchdown pass that Ridley caught between two defenders? He got him down, scared you at the end, thought it was going to go into overtime, didn't you, Greeny? Okay, but he got sacked by Will McDonald, hurt him in that game. He made one bad play, one bad decision. He's only, I believe, this will be this week, his 13th start in the NFL. He started 12 games in the NFL. 12 games. I think DeAndre Hopkins said, Will's not even played a season yet in the NFL. Yet we want to run him out of the NFL.
Yeah.
It's like, so my thing is he threw a pick 6. Who doesn't? I've seen him. Burrow had 3 or 4 interceptions in a game, I think, last year, didn't he? Bottom line is they all do make mistakes, especially quarterbacks haven't played even a full season. The offensive line there isn't exactly giving him always a clean pocket. So is Will Levis perfect? No. Is any young quarterback going to be? Yeah, maybe some are a little better. Maybe C.J. Stroud, Dan Marino was early on before John Elway caught him. John Elway wasn't perfect his rookie year. So, and after he had only 12 starts in the NFL, I can give you how many interceptions quarterbacks that were great in the NFL threw. I'm not saying Will Levis is going to be great. I'm saying Will Levis was getting destroyed coming into the draft, if you remember. Remember all the negativity going into the draft. After he was picked, he was just who cares? And the kid's got a ton of talent. He wants to be great. He studies, he prepares, he works. The team loves him.
What year is it now?
My thing is, Field, I'll ask you this. Who are you moving on to? Who are you moving on to at the top 5? And you're going to be really excited about Shedeur, maybe, but at number 1, number 2 overall, or any of these quarterbacks right now making you say, I got to have him over Will Levis right now?
Yes, they would for me right now. And maybe this is a little bit of the devil you do know versus the devil you don't know at the NFL level. But I do think that a couple of these quarterback prospects at least have a higher ceiling at the NFL level than Will. And it's 2024. A week ago, we were talking about a team moving on from the number 1 pick in the draft that they traded the entire future for after 2 weeks of his second season. I think I would be floored if the Titans have a top 5 pick this year, assuming Will Levis stays healthy for most of this year, and they don't draft a quarterback with a top 5 pick. I just think that's stating the facts of reality with the NFL in 2024. Windows are shorter for head coaches, GMs, and starting quarterbacks than ever. This is not Eli Manning or his brother Peyton stumbling out of the gates and learning from some of those mistakes and becoming a better player. That's where we're at, Mel.
Adapt or die, Greeny, right? I say it all the time, Field, right? Adapt or die. And that's what it is. And I'm not ready to do that. I'll adapt before I'll die. So I'm adapting, and I'm saying, hey, if that's the case, I will say this on this podcast. What's the date, right? Circle the date, whatever the hell date is.
We're recording on September 25th. I know because it's my daughter Nikki's birthday. Happy birthday, Nikki. Go ahead.
Happy birthday, Nikki. Now, happy birthday, Nikki. And on Nikki's birthday, I'm going to say this, right? Looking at you right now. I'm never defending a young quarterback again. A young quarterback struggling. My days as a defense attorney for young quarterbacks is over.
We finally got it.
I'm tired of yelling and screaming. I'm tired of the blood pressure medication needed to be used. I'm tired of all this nonsense. I'm not defending any. This is ridiculousness at its worst. There's a show called Ridiculousness, I think, on TV. Right?
There is. It's a great show.
I know. My sister-in-law, Denise McGuire, loves it too. Bottom line is this deal with quarterbacks is nonsense. I'm not going to get upset about it any longer. I'm just going to buy into it and say, you're right, Field. If a young quarterback in his 12th start isn't playing really good football, let's go to the next best thing coming out of college, which isn't against the, what do you call it? AOGs, another occupation, guys, for those who don't know. So if you want to go with the guys that are playing against AOGs over guys who are not getting it done at a high level in the NFL, but they have talent and they want to be great, but they're young and they're not doing it yet, so we're going to kick them to the – let's do it. I'm with you. I'm all on board now to just get them out of here if they're not playing at a high level in year 1 or year 2. Get them out of here. I'm with you.